guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
All right. So I think Aziz is in mute. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I didn't know I was
All
talking
right.
on mute. All right. Yeah, I
All
can
right.
see us.
Yeah. So I was working on that Jenkins part, that deploying the Jenkins on AWS. So in that, I have a small doubt, like in the putty configuration. So I have entered my hostname here, and like in the video you mentioned, we have to go into the SSH, and when we click on this auth, I couldn't able to see that browse option where we can upload our key pair file. So is there? So I
No,
was stuck at that point. So
it's there.
why
Click
is
on
that?
the plus on the alt
Yeah.
credentials, right? Click credentials.
Here I have to give that file, right?
Yeah. So
So
they changed it, right? So they updated it then. So now that's where they put it.
yeah, I was able to.
Yeah.
And I was I was going to tell something to Azul's question actually. So he was asking something like, how will we know like when to create the security group? So it varies based on the projects, right? So what I got understood was like it depends varies on the project. So if we see the first project that we are working on, we created these 5 security groups for app server, EAC, data migrate, database, and for ALB. But when we take a project called WordPress site, we have additional security groups for the EFS as well, since we are using the TFS Elastic File Storage service. So, like what Aziz mentioned was like usually when we are working on the real world companies, normally like they will give us the requirements like what are the security groups we have to create and all, right?
Co-
So if I'm not wrong,
Correct.
so
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when we are working on the projects, like so, let's say like anyway, if we create an EC2 instance, anyway, we'll be having when we are trying to connect through the EC2 instance connect endpoint, anyway, we'll have the TIC security group, right? Likewise, when we are having a database, it's better to create a database security group. So based on our infrastructure, oh sorry, our architecture diagram, like I think based on the experience we can determine like how many security groups and what are the security groups we should create actually. So hope that answers this question. Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
clear?
Yeah. Sure. 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 Thank you.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, so
So
you I said it right. Yeah. So whatever port you guys are going to open on your application is going to be based on what you are working on and what you need to do. And that is forward thinking, and I like that Izzy is thinking about that. But all those questions will be answered exactly when you start working on your application. You will know exactly what you need to do, especially as your knowledge increase. You will know.
yeah. So Aziz, I do have one more doubt. So do you have any idea like so I have already done 3 projects and uploaded to my GitHub, right? So
Mhm.
do you know any way like I can create a folder called AWS projects or something like that and upload these 3 repositories into it? Like I saw in your thing in the overview, I can see something like this. Like you have an AWS projects and inside that you have added something. So it's so do you have any idea on how to like so just say like if I want to just create a folder called AWS
Okay.
projects and if I want to
Okay.
upload these into it, so do you know how to do that actually?
So you want to you want to create a
Yeah,
folder
every
in.
cloud project into a folder called AWS projects. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
that's what
go into in one of your repositories, or you want in this repository you want to create a folder
yeah,
in there called AWS project. Is that what you're
yeah.
saying?
So I mean inside that folder only I need to display this report. So that's what I want.
Hold on, say that again.
So what I was meaning is like, so when you see my repositories here, so
Mm-hmm.
each of these projects are displaying individual, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like deploying WordPress and all these things. So what I want is like, I was trying to create a folder, common folder called AWS projects. And
Mm-hmm.
inside this, I have to move these ones, like
Oh, I see.
these, and yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So how GitHub works is it works from a repository standpoint. So it doesn't. So a repository is kind of like, you can call it a folder too. So if you want to move this, deploy AWS, deploy dynamic
yeah,
web app, deploy WordPress, into that
Yeah,
folder, first you have to create
yeah.
that repository that you call AWS projects. So create, so
So
you,
that also has to be a repository then, right? It
yes,
cannot
it
be a
has to
folder
be,
like
no, it's
this.
not a folder. Because when
All
you
right.
download it to your computer, when you clone your repository on your desktop, it will obviously it will be in a folder form. But in order to have all this included in that in your repository, it has to be a
Yeah.
repository. So you create a repository and you might have to redo all those stuff you did and move it there. Uh, I'm not sure
I
if
mean, like
there's a
I'm
way,
doing.
I'm not sure if there's a way, and you can look it up. Maybe there's a way you can move. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's
I
probably a
searched
way
in
you can
ChatGPT, but
move.
like it didn't give me any output. So I will try this one. So I will leave that it is a public repository. I will create this, and
Exactly. So
now
now,
what I
so
have to
now,
do is,
oh,
yeah.
create a README file. So you might have to delete this and redo it because
Shall I?
it bring you to this page where you will have to put stuff in your repository itself. So first
All
delete
right.
it and recreate it and create a README file. So that way it gives you that view.
Yeah,
That
sure.
view. Yeah, so maybe you do a research on how to move one repository into another repository.
I did
So that
that, but I couldn't get any
okay.
reply on
I don't think there's a
ChatGPT.
way to
Yeah,
do that. I don't think there's a
yeah,
way
yeah.
to do that. So you may have to just redo those once again.
So I was just planning like make it into like one folder. It
Mhm.
would be like nice, right? When you're going to
Yeah.
it for the
So
readability.
don't
So yeah,
create
I
it
will.
yet. Create a README file. Oh, okay, you did it. All
Yeah.
right, cool. All right, cool. Now it brings you here. So now you can now upload. You can now create a folder here, right? So
Uh,
if you do add file, uh, create a new file,
all right. So here,
right? So in GitHub, how stuff works is if you
yeah,
type the name of the repository, the name of that folder
yeah,
you want to create, I think is deploy what deploy
yeah. I will duplicate it. I just get it.
yeah.
So first I will move this first one then. Yeah, host a static website. This one.
Yeah, so
So
copy
I
that
will.
name,
Yeah. Then I will just
then
paste it
paste it
here.
there. Then you have to put
Yeah.
a forward slash in it, forward slash, right? Then create a simple text file in there just to create it, then you delete it later on. So just type sample.txt
Yeah.
and click commit changes.
Comment.
And
Yeah.
so now if you go back to your AWS projects, so you can see in your AWS project, you now have that folder there. Then you can now, in this folder, you can now click add
Mhm.
files, right? So you see
All
you
right.
have
So
your,
we have to. I have to do the same thing here. So there is no
exactly
any
in
way to
that,
like. We have to do it manually then.
exactly. So you have to click in there, you have to click in that folder. Then once you click on your host static website. So right now you are still in your AWS project. So now you are in your static website. Then now you click
All right.
add files, then you add all your project in and everything, readme and all that stuff in
All
here.
right. So we have to do the repeat the same steps I carried out for this repository. So
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
was just looking for like is there any simple way that we can simply move the repositories from to this folder. So like
I
when
think
we
in
just
Git,
put this name.
yeah, I think in GitHub, once your repository is created, you really can't really do too much with it anymore. So
Yeah,
you,
but so like keeping these repositories like this also fine, right? Like the
yeah,
companies and all they won't bother that
yeah.
much, right? Like they won't expect us to have a projector inside this, so they won't look that much, right? So since we have
Uh,
project uploaded, then it's fine, I guess.
you
It's a
know,
repository.
I like how you are doing it with the AWS cloud projects because as your repository is gonna get bigger, right? As you work on
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
other cloud projects, you will create
yeah,
many repositories and you just have a bunch of repositories in your GitHub account now that it
yeah,
would just you will over time you might get, especially if you haven't worked on the AWS project in a while, it will be hard for you to figure
yeah,
out what is what. So I like your
yeah.
idea of keeping all your AWS project in one
Yeah, all into
repository.
one.
And because someone
Yeah,
can go in that repository and they see all the different projects and they can click
and
on
see all the
on
ones.
the
Yeah.
they can click on the folders to see what
Otherwise,
needs.
they have to they have to check one by one.
Exactly,
So
exactly. And if you
yeah,
have a bunch of other projects that is not relating to nothing in your GitHub repository, it can be
yeah,
very
it's
confusing for someone
confusing
that
for them.
is
Yeah.
looking in your repository. Also,
So
you
what I
can
can do
also
is since I have only done 3 projects, what I can do is so what I have to do is I have to manually add these files into this, right? I can what I can do is I can download to my local machine, and I can I have to manually update all these into that folder, like you mentioned, like these files
yes.
and all,
So
right?
yes, the same steps you used to do this, that's the same step you will follow to
Yes, yeah.
upload it into that folder as well.
Fine, all right, got it. Yeah. So I just wondered, I asked in the Slack as well, but I couldn't get any much reply. No one
Yeah.
had any idea on how to move that directly. So even I asked ChatGPT, and it didn't give me the proper answer.
Yeah,
So
yes. In
just
GitHub, once you create your repository, you can't really move it. I don't think you can move it.
so it's better if when we are even starting, it's better to create a folder structure, and if we start it's simpler, right? Otherwise, let's say if you finished 5 projects, and if we are like me, so if I want to move it at the middle, we have to do it manually again and again. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, it's a good thing is you haven't done a whole bunch. So it was only like what, 4 projects you have to
yeah,
move.
three
So yeah,
projects. Yeah,
3 projects. Okay.
still,
Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah,
So,
I think that's the best way. I like your idea of organizing it in one
yeah.
repository.
So on one more thing I need to clarify on related to the bills thing. So actually, yeah, so for this month, I have been cost for $7, but it's costing from RDS $6, around $6. But I'm not sure by RDS instance, there were no instances running at the moment. But still, here, can you see it's getting charged for something? I'm not sure. Instances are not running though, but why is it charging? Because I cleaned up all the
Relational
resources up.
database service
Yeah,
provision storage.
and here as well
Uh,
uh, DT33 microsingularity instance our running minus, but there were no running instances at the moment. RDS is empty actually, so
Aziz,
what
can I?
should
are you sure? Maybe this charge came from whenever you did run it. Yes, because
uh,
it doesn't show
already
uh
my for the December one I already
for
yeah
December.
for the December one I already got this amount, yeah.
So you're
And
saying,
here you can
are you
see
saying
RDS.
are you saying in December you haven't run your RDS at all?
No,
Because if you
no, I
look
have
at your
run and it
bill,
cost me this much.
but okay, so go up. I want to show you something. So you can see your bill is there, right? Yeah, up here, right? So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
bill is from December 1st to December 31st,
December 31st, yeah.
right? So that other one you showed me is from January 1st until now.
Yeah, so January until now, I didn't run any. I already cleaned up all the RDS and all
So
for the
so you're
December. So
saying
I'm not sure.
this year you haven't run
Yeah,
any RDS
yeah.
at
So I
all.
can show you the RDS one. So you see the RDS, uh, yes, and there were no instances running at the moment. So I'm not sure from where
Uh,
it's getting that money.
so
Yeah,
go
well,
back to that
Aziz,
bill.
do you mind I quickly interrupt? So
Yeah.
he's currently in Asia Pacific, I believe. So take a look at where the charges is coming from and be able to see because I mean it happens to a lady, she was so upset and she said she has terminated all her EC2. So when I helped her to look at it and she showed me her screen and then later I looked at it that the charges was coming from a different region. So she has forgotten that she had some of those EC2 running in a different region. So that is what I said.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
region
I
is
know what you're
showing
saying. Asia,
Pacific
so
over
it's
there.
actually Sydney, right? Yeah, Asia Pacific Southeast too. Yeah. So
So
that's where.
are you? I don't know what happened in your account. Maybe it's something you can call AWS and let them look into it.
All right. Yeah, it's not
But
much a big amount, but I'm not figuring out because these are okay because still I'm doing the Jenkins one. I am running these things right now. but I haven't used this RDS at all. So that's what I want to clarify.
But
Like these
if they,
$3.
but that bill was saying that those are it was running, so I'm not sure. So you say you didn't run it.
And yeah,
Someone
from and
said go to the RDS dashboard. So go to your RDS dashboard.
yeah,
That's the
so
system.
RDS. Yeah.
And also, you want to check the regions close by you because, like Mr. Babajide was saying, that's how it happens, man. You would have
Yeah.
done something in a different region without you knowing.
Yeah, here
Yeah,
it's
but
also Asia specific Sydney.
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
so check
bill.
the other regions. Check the regions. Yeah,
Maybe like when I opened for the first time, it
yeah,
automatically got changed to Northern Virginia. So maybe I can check
exactly.
that. Maybe
That's
it's
why you need
posting
to
from
check the
that.
regions. Yeah, you need to check
Or
different regions to see.
yeah. But here,
No,
yeah,
but
let's see.
is bill is specific to the
Asia
region is
specific,
already
right?
in.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing.
I
Maybe
don't
Southeast too.
if he had it in other region, it would tell you that it's running in that region. So
Uh,
your bill specifically is saying that you had
yeah,
running instance. So you see where over there where it says 2 DB instances, click that. Let me see some.
here,
Down.
right? Yeah,
No, go
here
back. Back.
or rest.
Down.
These
Down.
ones, right?
Mhm.
These ones. All right.
Right. So you can see that snapshot was created on January 3rd.
It's
So
getting charged from the snapshot, I guess. All right.
no, so if the snapshot was created, that was when you deleted it. So you remember,
It's got January 3, right? So yeah,
yeah, so that means
maybe.
you did run it this year. You did run your RDS this
All right.
year.
I thought like since I finished since I terminated or deleted my RDS, that shot should be gone. So maybe I can remove it now, right? So
Yeah,
it's like way.
AWS does not charge you for the snapshot. Like you don't
Uh,
really get charged for it. But what I'm saying is the snapshot gets created
yeah,
when you are deleting the RDS instance.
yeah,
You understand?
yeah. So
So
at that
look
point
at
they had charged me. That's what I was saying.
no. Well, what I'm saying is look at the date the snapshot was deleted. The snapshot was created January
Yeah,
3rd. So that means
straight from January. Yeah,
that was the date you deleted the RDS instance as well.
instance. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that means you ran the
So
RDS this year.
all right,
Your
until
bill,
January. Yeah, yeah. Until
so
this 3 days or 4 days. Yeah, I have run that. No, yeah, all right.
yeah.
Okay. So anyway, like since even though it doesn't get charged, I will delete it. But yeah, I don't need it anymore, right? So,
Yeah, sure. It's up to you.
but I can't delete it because I. Sure.
Oh, that's a system snapshot. So yeah, AWS would handle that. So it's not,
Okay,
yeah,
so
you
yeah.
don't get charged for
Oh,
those. So your own snapshot you created, yeah, that's a system snapshot. So if you click on manual snapshot, yeah, you see your snapshot there. So this is your snapshot, right?
yeah, maybe I can
So
delete
you
this,
can even
right?
see your snapshot. You created your snapshot January 5th. So that
Okay.
whenever your snapshot got created, that was when you deleted your RDS instance. So
Deleted the
you were
instance.
still
All
running
right.
your RDS this year.
Since until January 5, right? Yeah, yeah, I got
Yeah.
it.
As of what is this is saying, as of January 5th,
Oh,
you still had your RDS running.
so
AZ
Yes.
is if he gonna finish some of the projects, he gonna need them snapshots, right? He gonna need at least one of them, right?
no, so I have already finished my project. So I already cleaned up. I did snapshot only. I forgot to. I mean,
Uh, so
I
what it's
didn't
saying
notice this
is,
one.
so
Go
what it's
ahead.
saying, Matt, what Dylan is saying is,
Yeah.
don't keep your snapshots. I mean, you've
All
deleted it
right.
now.
So yeah.
It's
So
good. Just keep it because
so
when you get to the Terraform project, you will need it.
all right. So is there any way to like restore it? Yeah, so I can restore it back. Let's see.
No, you can't. Since you
Right.
deleted, it's gone. So
Yeah,
All
he
you
right.
gonna
have
So
have
to
to
yeah.
work a
you
project
have
all
to
over.
redo the project to get it back. So, but
All right.
don't worry. When you get to your Terraform project, I
Yeah.
will show you a workaround. If you don't want to do it from the snapshot, I'll show you a workaround.
All
I'll
right.
show you a different workaround. But
All right.
if yeah, so when you get to the Terraform project, we'll discuss it.
Yeah. Yeah. I will let you know. Yeah. Sure.
But
Sure.
you don't have to delete your snapshots in your account. Things that's what I was saying last week. Things that are goes in your S3 bucket, your snapshots. You will have to have a million of those things for AWS to charge you. So those things are the fee on them are very, very low. So you're not going to get charged on them. So stuff like that, you guys shouldn't delete them, especially if it's a project you've worked on before. Things like image you upload into your ECR repository, don't delete them, just leave them.
So when I'm coming do the Terraform project, I will let you know. So you said like there's a workaround, like I don't need to redo the project from scratch again, right? So I will let you know that then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Right. Oh, all right then, Aziz. Thank you very much. That's what
All
I
right, no,
want to
no
confirm.
problem. No problem. All right. Does anyone have any question?
Yeah, I still was dealing with the project that we had from last week. I'm still getting a bad health check. Um, I think, let me share my screen. Uh,
Suba, you next. Next. Once I'm done with him, you can ask your question. Just a second.
I launched uh, in an EC2. I launched it, but for some reason I have a file that's like it's like all jumbled up, and I don't know if I should just uh, remove the whole directory, but I'm not sure.
I don't understand what you were saying. Like
All
what
right,
what file are you referring to?
I am this script right here because I can't find this flyweight script right here in my user local bin.
Okay. So you launch your EC2 instance, right?
Once I launch my EC2 instance,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's saying permission denied. I was trying to figure it on out.
So no. So does ls, right? So you might just have to terminate this EC2 instance and launch another one. This is your EC2 instance you are using to migrate your flyway, right? The data
Right.
into your RDS, right?
Right.
So
Because what I did was I put it in the chat and it said I don't have any disk space. And from I logged into the EKS and I rewrote everything to rent zone, and it came back as a permission denied.
okay, so your EKS deployment would not affect this, right? They're both separate. So this is just to get your data into your RDS database,
Right.
right?
Right.
So whatever you are doing here does not affect EKS. Whatever you did in EKS will not affect this.
All
So if
right.
you are having an issue here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to terminate this EC2 instance and launch another EC2 instance. Then you can run that command so I can see.
Okay. All right.
Hello, Sonny. Happy New Year. I don't think I've seen you this year.
I'm doing good. It's been a busy period for me.
Yeah, don't worry. You hopefully you sort everything out, but I'm glad to see.
Thank
I actually thought about you the other day. I was like, I haven't seen Sonny this year at all.
Yeah.
I thought you pretty much moved on like everyone.
No. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
That's okay. All
Thank
right. Okay, so Dylan, launch another EC2 instead.
All right.
Because how many people have moved on? How many people have left us now?
I mean, I'm talking about moved on. I'm talking about people that got a job or they've gotten the knowledge that they need, and they just. It's been quite a few. Remember, you guys remember Edgar? Edgar used to help me out a lot.
Yeah, Edgar.
I remember.
Yeah, he moved on. There's also what's this guy name? There's Mr. Shola, Wahab. I haven't seen Wahab in a while. Um, um, there's also this other guy. I can't remember his name. There's been quite a few. I forgot most of their names. Yeah, so once they finish their projects and they pretty much know what they are doing, and I understand if you don't feel like some people just don't want to sit down and do the troubleshooting stuff and listen to stuff all day. They now use other resources to learn, so which is fine. Hi, Ahmed.
Good morning.
Good morning. You can connect to it. Okay. For those of you that have a question, I'll get to you. So it's Shoba next, then Oben, then Chinoye, you next after them. All right. So you have to run your environment variables first, right? So okay, before you even run your environment variable, there's actually even something I learned this week that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to make a video about it, right? So you see how you guys, and I'm speaking to everyone, you guys see how on line 3 in our script, on line 3 to 7, that is where we are setting our environment variables. That just means that, so that's maybe you didn't run your environment variable when you started, you just went straight to your command, right? So if you look in our commands, for example, S3 URI on line 22, that S3 URI is a placeholder. The real value is is on line 3. So when you run line 3, you've already put it in your environment. It's like a value you put in your environment that anytime I'm running my command, if you see anything S3 URI, the value is equals to whatever line 3 is equal to, right? So if you don't run all those environment variables from 3 to 7, and you go and run command number 22, it's not going to work because it doesn't have the real value for what S3 URI is. So maybe that could have been the possible mistake you made with the first time you were running it. But there's also, the main thing I want to explain is what I learned this week is even me, I didn't know. When we have our environment variables like that, where we just have S3 URI equals RDS endpoint equals that, right? In scripting, that is saying that when I run that, the next command would have access to those environment variables. But somehow, other commands may not have access to it. So basically what I'm trying to say is the way we have this script written, when we run that environment variable, if I run my next couple of commands that needs that environment variable, they may get it. They will get it, but other commands may not get it. So that's what I found out. So in order to make your environment variables permanent throughout your session, so other commands that you run would also still have access to that environment variable before it clears. So on line 3 to line 7, type export in the beginning of those commands. So you need to put that export there. So that's what I just learned. Because I was running some command
right.
and so line 3, click on line 3, type export. EXPORT space. Now do the same thing for all those environment variable. So you guys remember when you are running any environment variable and you want the values to be available throughout your session, that's how you need to do it. Right. All right, so select it. All right, so um, just that command may fail, but to run it, listen. Because I think something changed in RDS.
Yeah.
So this one adds to, did you, so ls in that directory, let me see something. Type ls. Okay, your flyaway command is there. Um, then add sudo in front of that command. Sudo and paste that. Paste
Flyway.
yeah, paste that. Add sudo in front of it, then paste it. Yeah. And run it. Did you run command 16? I was paying
Yeah.
attention.
I ran command 16.
So go in that cd into that SQL directory. And ls. No, just ls. Okay, it's there. I see. And I don't think that command is now to paste that flywheel command in there and run it, let's say.
If it's already, I done tried to do this a couple times, but if it's already in there, if this flyweight migration is already in there, will it will
No,
that affect it of me
no, it
running it
won't. It
again?
won't. It would. No, it won't affect it. It will, because the flyway works like Terraform. Even if you migrate something, if you are trying to migrate the same file, it will say the file is already there, and it won't cause an error. But this is saying that your command is not even running. I don't think your line 16 command executed successfully. Try running that line 16 command again. Let's see. So cd back out. So go back in your thing, type cd space dot dot. That will take you back one directory. All right, now run line 16. Because if that was successful, it would say it was successful. So run line 16. So you can, there's always like a command, there's like a shortcut to select a line. So that, let me just look it up for you. So
I think it's control shift C.
select
Uh,
to,
I don't know why it's not, it don't want to.
control L.
It's in file. Is it exist?
Okay, so that means you're already running. So I'm not sure why wait, why is that? So you're saying that your flyway thing, is there one space there or two space between that flyway and that URL thing? Check that. Okay, space. So I don't know why it is saying. Try the sudo flyway. So add sudo next to in your flyway command there. No, before you copy, add sudo. All right, I'll copy it. Because I know it works. I just ran it um as late as like yesterday and it worked for me. So not sure what's going on. Flyway command not found. So terminate that EC2 instance and let's do it again. So I know it should work. It will work, but not sure why yours is not. All right, so let's use the, because when you're troubleshooting, you just have to try different things. So let's use the command, the flyway. Like we can use this one in Slack. Let's see. Let's use this one. Yeah, so go to yeah, it's that same space in the canvas. Mm,
Talking about the flyway
uh,
documentation.
no, keep scrolling down. Not down. All right, copy this one. All right, paste that one into your command. Okay. All right, just select all your commands and run it at once. So it's weird. So go scroll up, start at line 3, select everything from line 3 down, and copy it. I think it should work, but let's see. Press enter. I think there's probably just something wrong in your VPC or something like that. I'm trying to figure out what the issue may be. Because
Yeah.
it's saying the flyway command not found. The flyway is there. You know what? I think the issue, so now the issue may be in your flyway command itself, your download command. So let's click on on Slack. On Slack, click on that the flyway download documentation. Click on that. So scroll up. So I think the issue is probably in your flyway download thing. So scroll up here.
Yeah.
No, scroll. Remember that command you saw, one that's the documentation. The first one you were asking me about, the flyway documentation one. Keep
Oh.
scrolling up. Yeah, this one. Click on that link. Okay. All right, scroll down to the Linux download right here. All right, copy this command here. No. So you see the command there under Linux? Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Your screen was showing something else. Maybe I think it was like it's probably lagging. So So just start at the W get. Don't copy the $sign. Just the W get. There you go. All right. All right. Make your screen bigger. All right. First click on your screen. Remove line 16. Remove line 12 to 16. No, just remove everything. Well, you want to leave your notes here. So you can press Control L or Control X. Control X will remove that line. Control X. There you go. And paste it in. I see what happened. Because you did Control X, Visual Studio Code will remember the last thing you deleted. So press Control Z. Control Z here, then go back and copy your command. Control Z. All right, now go back and copy your command.
Oh,
All right. Yeah, you can leave it like that. So scroll to the beginning. Let me see. All right. Remove line 14. All right. So add sudo in the beginning. All right. So yeah, so you have to probably launch another EC2 instance and we'll try this one.
all right.
You can't run it on that EC2, it won't work because you already run flywheel on it. So yeah, just launch another EC2 instance and we'll try it. Yeah, sorry everyone that's waiting. Just please bear with me. All right, don't forget to add did you add your IAM role?
Not yet.
Okay, you still. Okay, it's working now. So the issue was in your flyway command. Yeah, something was probably was a typo in there or something. So now it ran the flyway is giving you an error, right? So it's just saying, right, it can't
Mm-hmm.
find this. This is saying that it can't. Oh, I know what this issue is. All right. So so this is also pertaining to everyone. So let me just fix it for you guys now. So someone asked that same question in Slack. So go to Slack and go to our channel, and I'll update that command after this class. So yeah, go to that channel. All right, scroll up. I think it was Matt that asked it. So go up. Keep going up. Keep going up. Right here. So click on the replies. Stop. Right, stop. Go down. Right here. December 23rd. Click on the replies. Then you see that command in the red that I added there. So that just needs to be added to your flyway command. So copy that, or you can copy the whole command that I added.
This
Copy
sudo
everything.
2.
Yes, everything. Right. Replace your command with that. First click out. Right. You can see at the end of that command, we just add that because something probably changed in the database that now you have to include that. So copy. Now copy it.
Yeah, there you go. There it is.
Aziz, everybody might not be, some of your students might not be on the Slack. Maybe you can also, kind of change it on the GitHub.
Yeah.
Wherever.
I'll update it in the projects too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So the issue you were
nah.
having initially is your flyway command. There's a typo in it. So that was what we changed to fix this. So yeah. So
Alright.
that's the issue you were having. Yeah. So
All
it was
right.
just an error in your. So anytime you guys run into this flyway, you can if you even though it did download the flyway folder, it's still saying that it's just probably there's just a typo somewhere in it. So you guys just go back to the documentation, get the updated command to download flyway, run it. It should work. So, all right, cool. So you can you might have to probably do your deployment thing again just for it to pick up this change, and at least now your
All
data
right.
is in your database. Just let me know.
Okay.
I think next week I'll do the
All right.
Terraform. I'll do the Terraform thing. The Terraform, because I had the Terraform stuff for the Kubernetes one. That will create your environment, and all you have to do is run the command and it should work. So we'll test it and see if, because I'm pretty sure it works. Someone just completed this project this week, so most of the time I keep saying like some of the things you guys just have to do is take your time. You don't have to rush through it and double check some of the stuff you are doing because just one small typo can just mess up a whole lot of stuff. So just take your time when you are working on it. And even if you make mistakes, it's okay. And making mistakes and working through it is also a part of learning. So, all right.
All right.
All right, cool. Shuba, you can go ahead.
Hi, Aziz. This is Shubha.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Nice
doing fine,
meeting
thank you.
you.
And it's nice meeting you. I know this is first time speaking to you.
Yeah, this is the first time. Yes. I didn't know there was a Zoom session. Then I contacted someone. Then they told me that there's a Zoom session because I got stuck with one project. I started
Oh,
with
okay.
dynamic website deploying. I
Mhm.
got stuck where it was like I had to connect to the EC2 instance through PowerShell. It didn't
Mhm.
happen. Then someone told me in the group, like I just
Oh,
had
okay.
chatting. So then that person he to help me a lot. Like he told me that don't go with that.
Yeah,
Just go
so
with the
yes,
AWS.
yes, actually she contacted me. I only shared her the Zoom link actually. So
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
okay.
hey, Madhavan, thank you so much. Appreciate your
yeah,
help.
yeah. All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's all.
All
I
right.
got stuck actually for almost 10 days, 10, 15 days. I didn't do anything. I didn't know. I mean, I was out also because it's a holiday.
Okay.
Then I didn't know. Then he texted me. Then I tried that. Then I could go move forward.
Oh, okay.
My question is why it happens. So we can just go with that, right? Like in case if I'm not able to connect through
Yeah,
power.
so can I add something to that, Aziz?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So she had the same issue that I had. Do you remember, like, when I tried to
Mhm.
SSH using the what do you call SDK?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had that Windows 11 encrypted issue, right? So what
Mhm.
you mentioned was like there is something related to the Windows 11, and if we format the machine and redo the project again, we should be able to do that, right? So
Mhm.
that's what I told her that. And anyway, like since that's an alternative way, anyway, we can continue our project with the management console itself, right? We don't need the CLI part.
Yes,
So
correct.
just to
Correct.
check only, like we tried SSH into the CLI part, right? So that's what I told her to continue with the project management console and finish your project. So that's where so she's asking whether like that same thing, like is it specific to Windows 11 and how to fix that thing. So I was telling her the reply you told me, like there is nothing we can do. You have to format the machine and we have to redo the project again. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes. So Shubha, that error is specific to your computer. So there's a way your computer is formatted that is not allowing you to use that SSH command to connect to your EC2. So so you would have to format your EC2 instance. I mean, you will have to format your computer to allow you to. So some other people have had the same type of issue, and that was how they resolve it. So, guys, you guys send that command again to me whenever you. So, Shuba, that does not prevent you from completing your project. So, I am
Yes,
only
yes. Now
showing
I
you.
understood, like, I
Yeah.
can go forward with that. I didn't,
Yes.
I was stuck with that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know there was a Slack channel. Like I didn't get a accept for a Slack channel also at that time. So I didn't know when I got actually first I got one project and one of my friends she told me like I got stuck with the project. I didn't know where to find a help. Okay. And I think I messaged you in that project itself. I didn't get a reply. Then I contacted her a couple of times and she was also very busy. And she told me, why don't you buy the whole package? What do you call that? Boot camp, the whole package. Then I got to know you'll get a lot of help. So I got that project. I got the whole, what do you call the boot camp, this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got to know, okay, there's a Slack channel. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't
So,
know like if I buy an individual, I bought actually individual project first. Then I got the whole, the package.
yes.
So I bought
Yes.
twice. So
Yes. So,
and when I got the package, there was nothing was saying like there is a Zoom link, there's a Slack channel, you know. I didn't
yeah.
get any email regarding that. So then later I came to know there's a Slack channel, everything, all those stuff.
Yeah, so I apologize for the delay, right? So yes, so you guys, and maybe I'll tell you guys a story after this. It's pretty much something that happened to me this week. So when you guys buy the individual course, right? The individual course is geared more towards for people that there are a lot of people that know what they are doing. They just want to do projects here and there. They want to do one or two projects for whatever reasons they want to do it. So they have some type of technical skills and they want to do individual projects. That is why I release those individual projects. I made it available for someone that just wants to do one project, will buy it and they'll do it. So with that, a lot of the issues, if they run into any challenge, they are able to face it resolve the issue on their own. So I really don't provide as much support for that
Okay.
project because of that reason. So every now and then, I would people answer each other's questions. It's kind of like Udemy, like people answer each other's questions in there. And sometimes I'll go in and answer people's question. But that's how those individual courses are set up, is geared more towards people that already know what they are doing. Right.
Okay.
So if I didn't respond there, that's for that reason. But I do apologize that you were stuck for a while and you didn't know what to do. So sometimes when you join the mentorship program, sometimes it could be that I'm delayed in sending the Slack message, Slack invite to you. And it could also be sometimes I send it and it goes into your spam folder. And it might take a while for you to, and if you don't check the spam folder, you don't see. But now you're here. So if you need any help, message me inside our DevOps channel. And also, if I don't respond there, no, message me there. And you guys, please just follow back up with me. And I'm trying my best to also be available more. I'm really making a lot of change in my office this year. Once I set up my office, I guarantee you guys I'll be available online more. So you guys will be able to get access to me during the week. So
So if I
go-
have a problem, so I should message you in Slack or email you?
don't email. Email takes time to get, because I get a lot of email on a daily basis.
Okay.
So an email, I go through my email in the order that I receive them, so I don't miss anything. So the best way to get in touch with me is on Slack.
Slack individual, the
Yeah. So in our
one-on-one.
Slack, let me show you. In our Slack, you can
And can you please tell me, like, in case if you're not able to respond, at least I can find some kind of a solution, kind of where people would have had the similar issue like me. They would have a message, right? Like, is there
okay.
any channel or
Yeah.
something?
So in our Slack channel, right? If you look through, you might see some of the questions people have asked in the past, right?
Uh-huh.
So if the question is answered, you'll see it there. You can ask the question in this space. Sometimes people that know how to resolve it will answer you. So sometimes people are active, sometimes they're not active. Everyone has their own schedule and based on what they're doing.
Correct.
But it is my responsibility, when you ask your question in here, ultimately it's my responsibility to help you resolve whatever issue you are having. And also, yeah, so the best way is in here. And also for your learning, one thing I want to mention, guys, is for all my projects, I test them extensively before I post them. I would never put projects in there that don't work. So,
Okay.
and as you guys can see, I've troubleshoot with a lot of people, right? And you guys have watched me troubleshoot, right? You can always see that the issue is always you guys making the error on your part. It's not because of there's something in the project that don't work, right? So 99% of the time is always like misconfiguration on the student's part. So
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
all that to say, if and this is something I hold myself to this too. You saw when I was working with Dylan just now, we ran the command the first time, it didn't work. I told him delete the EC2 instance, launch another one. The second one didn't work, delete the EC2 instance, launch. Part of the learning process is tedious. You would have to redo things over and over until you figure out. So sometimes in the troubleshooting aspect, that I do that myself. When I was just working on a Node.js application, I've never done it before. It took me 4 weeks to do it. I kept deleting, starting over, just to pinpoint where I'm running into the issue and learning from it. So what I'm saying is that my projects, if you run into some type of issue, most likely you've missed a step or you've misconfigured something. So try to trace back your step to go back and try to pinpoint where you think you missed that issue. In the case of your CLI stuff, Shuba, that was different. So
Yeah.
you didn't
Actually,
do
I did 2
anything.
projects now. I had
Yeah.
no problem. Only with the CLI I have a problem. Your
Yeah.
projects are
Exactly.
fantastic, actually.
Exactly.
It's very
Exactly.
informative and very nice. No
Exactly.
problem at all.
Oh, thank you. So to answer your question, how you go, so ask your question in here, and in the meantime, if I haven't responded to you here, a really good tool that I use is Claude. So you see Claude, is like an AI tool like ChatGPT. The good thing about Claude is also is I can say is owned by AWS, or AWS has like some type of ownership in it. So it's like a AWS owned AI tool, right? This tool is very good. So you can see some of the errors that I get to. You can take a screenshot, paste like the error you are having, paste it in there and give it like some type of detail of what you are trying to do. And most of the time, this Claude has always 100% of the time, it has helped me resolve whatever issue I'm having. So even with the issue with your computer, if you take the screenshot and give it to it and tell it you are trying to run AWS CLI command, give it the command you are trying to run and you are getting this error, most likely it will help you resolve it. So in pending the time that you're waiting for me, if I haven't responded, you can click in here. You can post
Thanks.
your question here. So these are all the things you guys will be doing at work too. You know, especially at work, your coworker will be there. So see me as your coworker that you can ask question. But then there will be some times where your coworker is not available and you have to resolve the issue on your own. So then
We can use this in Workfront, this cloud.
yeah, this is like you can sign up for it. So if you go to
Is it free?
they have a free version. I'm using the paid version,
Yeah,
but it
same.
also
So
has
I think
it also has a free version as well.
they have a premium as well, I guess. So it's like they have the paid version as well for the cloud, but we can use it for free. There's a
Yeah.
like ChatGPT, like we can use the 3.5 version for free, right? So for version we have to pay and get it like that.
Yeah.
So
So I'll see maybe I can open like a general email for the class, because this you know what I'll do? Maybe I'll open another account, a general one for the class, because for some of you guys that are overseas that you don't necessarily, because it's like $20 a month. If you can afford that, I'll pay for it. And I'll give the class the password to that account. So you guys, I don't know if there's a limitation on how many people can log in at a time, but at least you guys can log in. But I know with ChatGPT, you can only log in on 2 computers. I'm pretty sure this one it is, but at least it will be there. Maybe if one person is logging, I'm pretty sure all of you guys are not going to log in at the same time. So if you need access to the paid one to help you troubleshoot whatever you're doing, that will be there. So it's something I'm willing to do if that will help. So this is another tool I use. So Shubha, those are the things you can do to
Okay, definitely I will try. Yeah. And I have a few more questions, quick questions. Like I'm new to the your channel. I started with few projects. Like I have already a AWS Cloud Practitioner certificate. Do you think going forward I can do all the projects without that certification, in the sense the knowledge? Do I need to have that knowledge to finish those projects?
So you're saying that you finish the projects before you go for getting a certification, right?
Yeah, I can
Yes,
go.
exactly. I agree.
I
So
not have to have a architect associate certificate.
no, you don't have to. You
Okay.
guys don't really need a certificate to get a job. Sometimes the certificate, it does help. Like when you put it on your resume, it takes space on your resume. It shows that. But to a lot of people now, my manager, my director that hires for my cloud department at my job, he actually told all of us that if he's reviewing someone's resume and you have more than 2 certification on your resume, he throws your resume in the trash.
Oh.
I swear to God, that was exactly, I'm using his word 100%. And his reasoning is that your certification does not prove to him that you know what you're doing. It just shows that you took a bunch of class and that doesn't prove to him that you've actually done some groundwork. What he's looking for on your resume is the projects you've completed, things you've solved, like things that shows your knowledge, not the certification. So I'm saying that to say some hiring manager look at it that way, where they don't don't go and put 50. And I agree with him. Like if I say 52, and another part of reasoning, another way is reasoning is like, okay, you have all this certification in Cisco, AWS thing. What have you mastered, right? So that doesn't show him that you've mastered something. So that was what he was saying, and I agree. So you guys don't think because you have 10 certificates on your resume that will just give you a better chance. No. So your resume needs to be more tailored towards selling yourself and showing the things you are an expert at. So Shuba, to answer your question,
Yes,
you
yes.
can
And I have, yeah.
you can go through the projects, get all the knowledge. Then after that, if you want to do the associate solutions architect associate, do it. So the cloud practitioner and the solutions architect associate is good enough. Then once you get in the field, if you feel the need to, okay, you know what, I want to get my professional certification, then go get it. So, but it is not a priority that you prioritize the certification before getting the hands-on. You should prioritize the hands-on experience before the certification.
Okay.
The
And
only time, the only time I recommend the cloud practitioner and the solutions architect course to you guys is because if you are a brand new beginner, you don't know anything about AWS, you don't know anything you are doing, then yes, it is good to take those courses to help you understand what AWS is, the services they offer, and what those services are used for. Once you understand that, then you start hands-on project to build more on that knowledge. Then after that, then go test your knowledge by doing the certification. That is how it works.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
No
And I
problem.
have one more question. I done with the first project, and you told in the video that if you, after finishing one project, you should do the assignment. There was assignment on EC2, which we need to connect through a default VPC. Yesterday I was doing it, so we did not have to do internet gateway anything because everything was done. The route table was there.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I was not able to connect to the EC. I was able to connect to the EC2, but I was not able to. No, I was able to download the file also from GitHub
Mm-hmm.
to the EC2, but I'm not able to see the website.
Okay. Do you have it open or did you delete everything?
I do have.
Okay, you can. Can you mind sharing your screen?
Yeah, one second. Um, where is okay? Can you see? It's here.
All right. Okay. So try to access your website listing.
It is here. Okay.
So yeah,
This is
copy
the one,
your.
right? Public.
You can do your IP. Do the IP. The public IP. Yeah.
Or the security.
So click the IP itself. Don't do it this way. Copy the IP and paste it and listen. Because sometimes I always find when you use that, then it always okay. So there you
Oh,
go. So yeah,
oh,
so
it
I don't
works.
know. I don't know what is it with that hyperlink. When sometimes when you use that hyperlink, it doesn't always connect. I don't know why. So yeah,
Oh,
it does work.
okay. Okay, you
So
resolved my problem. Okay.
all right.
I had one more question in that. I was trying to see yesterday. S3 download the web files from I had that question yesterday when I was doing the project.
So we're trying to download the web files from S3.
So
Is your
S3, from S3, I have to download the files to EC2, right? Now the next step is there is task 2, right? The first task was from the GitHub. I have to download to the EC2, which I did. And the second point is like I have to download the same file S3, whatever I stored in S3, I have to download it to EC2, which
correct? Right. So those don't I'm not sure if it's confusing. So that is two separate EC2 instance you will have.
I know.
Okay.
I understood that.
Okay.
So create a script that. So I have to find a script for that, right? Whatever you have given in the project, the details, it was not there S3. So I have to find those commands and all I have to find out, which I need to put it in my EC2 user data when I'm starting up, right?
Exactly. So the first project is kind of geared towards writing a simple script that allows you to deploy your website, right? So there are two ways I want you to try deploying it. The first way is downloading the application code from S3. And the second way is downloading it from your GitHub repository. So you have to write the command. The command are very similar, you know, in
S3
one.
endpoint. I have to use S3 URI or S3 endpoint.
So this one you deployed here, which one is this? Is this the GitHub one?
GitHub one I did. Right now I got the answer. Like,
So this is the GitHub one, this website you are showing me.
yeah. And the second one is you said the same file we have to upload it in the S3, which I did. And I had to do that. I have to again redo the EC2 again and add user data where I have to add S3 details. Like I have to use that S3 endpoint. I forgot about it. Right?
Okay.
S3.
So you're asking me how do you do the S3 one? How do you download your file from S3 to EC2?
Yes, yes.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me share my screen and I'll show you something. So once you put your zip file in S3, right? So what I want you to do is I'll show you two ways that kind of like how I solve problems sometimes, right? So if I go to Google and I'll say I'll just do command. And when you guys are working on your project, what I always want you guys to focus on is the concept. What are you trying to do? That is what you should focus on, because if you understand what you are trying to do, you'll be able to resolve it. So right now, what you are trying to do is you want to download your file that is in copy your file that is in S3 bucket to your EC2 instance. So I'll just do command to copy a file from S3 to EC2. Search. Now I'll just copy this for now. Right. So you can see here, there's some results. Some people have even asked that question here, right? So I even have a video that I've done before on that, right? So you'll find a bunch of answers here, right? But you can see this AWS documentation, use S3 with EC2. I can click on that and they have some commands here, but that one won't really help me. But there's a specific documentation that I'm looking for. So this is usually where I will start. You can see someone asked the same question here. If I even click on this, right? Right. So even this is giving me, well, I have a typo there. Let me just listen. You can see this is giving me the answer here, right? I said I can use this command. I can run the copy command, right? The copy command is AWS copy, AWS S3CP, right? Then the name of your S3 bucket and the name of the object. So this whole thing is the URI of that bucket, of that object. So if you click on that file, you will see the URI. That is what this is. Okay. And this is where on your EC2 instance you want to copy it to. So this is how you guys, now that you are in the beginning stage, that's how you start developing your knowledge and learning. More so, I want you guys to always take this approach to doing research, because it helps you formulate a habit that when you start working, it will help you. So basically, this is the code. You'll just copy this code, right?
Fit in the user data, right? The first, all those commands.
Yeah, so this will be part of your script that you will upload into the user data, right? So another thing you can do is you can just use one of these AI tools and ask it the same question. So let me see.
Is there any like solution for this? Have you done any? Is there anything? I just wanted to know, like in case I get
solution
stuck.
for
Assignment?
the assignment?
Yes.
No, that's an assignment you guys have to do 100% on your own.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I can help you. If you get stuck somewhere, I can help you. So do you have your script for that one already? for the one to download from S3? Do you have your script?
I did ChatGPT yesterday. I found it, but I did not copy. I have it actually. I think
Okay, but do you have your full script that you will use to do the full deployment, kind of like what you did with the GitHub one?
I do.
Okay, do you want to share? Let me
One
see.
second, one second, one second, one second. It's in the notepad.
Yeah, so Baba, Mr. Babajide, yeah, Claude is free. It has a free version and it has a
Oh,
paid version too.
I see.
You want me to post it
Thank
in
you.
Zoom?
No. Okay, so yeah, if you want, you can send it to me or you can share your screen, whichever one you feel comfortable with.
Yes. I think I'm sharing this.
No, I was sharing, so it stopped your sharing. You can reshare again.
Okay, I can share my screen.
Okay, go ahead.
One second. Oh, no.
Yeah, you should. You
No,
maybe you
I
should.
did wrong.
The wrong one. Oh, okay.
Where is it? Not able to find the notepad pay screen. This is the one.
All right. So you are changing to root, right? Then you update your server, then you install Apache, then you cd into your HTML directory,
Yes,
right?
I'm installing Git.
But
Yeah.
this looks like the command to this looks like the script for your GitHub.
Yes. That one I yet to do. Actually, I got the commands from all the from ChatGPT, but yet to do all the steps.
Okay, so where's the so you're going to have two scripts, right? So this is the script for the GitHub one. Where's the
Yes.
script for the S3 one?
No, yet to do it, Aziz.
Oh, you are yet to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
to point it out, let me see if I can so okay, no, share your screen again. I want to take a screenshot of that and I'll show you something.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's coming. Just give it a second. I just want to take a screenshot of it, then I'll just give you a pointer. And if you still need help after that, then we can have another session, then we'll work to it. But this one, I want you to work on it independently. Did you do the first project in your account, right? You've already done that project.
Yes, I did completely. I did. Yeah, the first project.
Yeah. And this S3 one, is in the first project, right? What I'm asking you to do for this S3 script is in the first project. So you can just create another, copy this your script for the GitHub and name and copy it again, then you use it for the S3. So you would sudo su, right? Update your EC2 instance, right? Then install HTTP, right? Then once you install HTTP, you cd into your HTML directory, right? Because you are copying your file from S3, right? You won't need Git, so you remove this.
Yes.
You don't need Git, and you don't need to clone, so you remove this. And you don't also need you don't need this. And you don't need this.
Yes.
So after you cd into the HTML directory, right?
Then S3.
You will now run
S3.
your S3 command, that command where I told you to research it, the command, it will be that AWS sudo AWS S3 CP.
Okay.
S3 CP. Then it will be the URI of that object, URI. So if you go to the file you upload to the S3 bucket, click on that file, you will see the URI. So that's what you'll put there. Where exactly for the
Yeah, I
so
will
the
definitely. Yeah,
the
I'll try.
URI, right? And since you are already in your HTML directory, it will be, you can either do var, you can either do this, type this full thing again as the where, so it is where the object is located that you are trying to copy and in what directory on your EC2 you are trying to copy it to. Since you are trying to copy it to HTML directory, it will be that. But since you are already in your HTML directory, you can also put a dot, just a dot. That would let it know that you are telling it, I want to download, copy it into the current directory that I'm in. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So
Yeah,
if you
if I
need,
get stuck, I will message in the
okay, yeah.
group. Yeah.
So at that point, once you copy the file into your HTML directory, I want you to type ls just to see the file in there. Then once you see the file, you run the command to unzip it, then move it and all that stuff. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah. So
I'll do that. Yeah.
I want you to work independently on it. This is
Yeah.
very simple assignment, but the first time you are doing it, you do, a lot of people run into a lot of issues, and it is intended to be that way. The very first time I was working on AWS project, this is the the first project I ever deployed. It took me a very long time to deploy it because I ran into a lot of issues, but I did learn a lot from it. That is why I made it you guys for the assignment. So the issue you are having now, I expect you to have it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I will try. Definitely. Yeah. I have
Okay.
issue. I'll get back to you.
Cool.
And one more thing regarding the billing, like after the project is done, after cleanup, actually I started with the dynamic, deploying the dynamic website, where I did SSL, what do you call the certificate I had to purchase for the domain.
The domain
Only
name.
thing after deleting, it will be again like it charged $12 for me, 12 or $14 for me. So do you think after it will be charged $14 or it's
Oh,
like,
no. Yeah, so when you register your domain name the first time, it charges you $14, but then after that, it doesn't charge you anymore. Your domain will be there, but the domain will just be there for a year. After 1 year, you have to renew your domain.
oh, I did two actually. So that will be, so I think
Oh,
that's
no.
two different things actually
So
for the
you
third
can use the
project and
same.
first project.
Oh, no. Sorry about that. You can use the same domain for all your projects. So once you register one domain, you can use it for all your projects. You don't have to register a new domain for each project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I've been charged for twice. Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay.
I didn't know.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and we can discuss that after for the other one that they charge you, how you can get
Sorry?
your, we can discuss in private how for the other one after. If you want me to refund the money for your other domain, I can refund the money for you. That's fine.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for that.
Yeah, but you only need to register one domain, then
Oh,
use that same domain. You will use that same domain name for all your projects.
okay.
Because at the end of each project, you will delete everything. So that means that domain will be available for your next project.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Thank you so much.
pay attention to what I'm asking in the at the end of your project. Don't delete your hosted zone. You only delete the A record you created for that project.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Actually started with the third project since I bought only one project, dynamic hosting the dynamic application on EC2. I didn't know. Then I bought the whole bootcamp, what do you call the entire package. So then I finished the third one. Then I went back to the first one. I went through all your videos, the beginning videos.
Okay.
Then you told that you should start from the first project. So I had finished already third one. Then I
see.
started with the first one.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. No problem. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's nice speaking to you, and I'm happy to have you here. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Aziz, for your help.
I'm very proud of you guys' progress. It makes me really happy. Like you guys are learning, right? You guys troubleshoot your own issues. You are doing all the things you need to do. So trust me, everything you guys are going through, I went through the same thing too when I was learning. You know, your knowledge will definitely improve tremendously as you go. So it's just take it one day at a time and keep working. Trust me. Before you know it, you'll be teaching me stuff too. So I'm very proud of you guys' progress. Thank you for at least doing your part. Thank you.
Yeah,
always
this
makes me
one more doubt, like
yeah.
Yeah, so in the Slack, is there any way like we can have a session or something like that? There is some option for huddles or something, but it's not like Zoom, right? So is there any way like we can go for a call or something like that in Slack? Oh,
Can you repeat your question again?
yeah. So in Slack, can we go to direct call or something like in Zoom? Okay, can we call a
Yeah,
person or something like
yes.
that?
The Slack has Slack huddle. So when you guys
Huddle,
are,
right?
yeah, so when you guys are chatting with each other, so let's say you're chatting with someone in your class. So for example, if I want to chat with Shuba, right? And I want
Yeah.
to just call Shuba directly, I can click on
All right.
this
Yeah,
up
yeah.
here
Click on that.
and you call her directly. Yeah.
All right, got it. And Shubha, you were doing on you are now currently planning to do that third thing, right? Third project, right? The deploying the
Yeah,
dynamic web app, if I'm
yeah.
not wrong. Yeah. So if
Again,
you have any,
I
all right. So
finished it actually. I didn't had any issue. I finished it. Then I
all right,
didn't I hadn't like I bought the entire package during that third project process. Okay. I got the small first third project. Then I got stuck with the CLI. Then one of my friend
all
told
right.
me
So
that you need to
yeah,
buy the whole package, you'll get all the support. So I
yeah.
got
So you completed the dynamic web app and the static web. So yeah, I think you need to do that WordPress site or something like that. The
yeah,
second
yeah, yeah.
project, yeah, you
Then I
shared that.
can go move forward. Yes.
Yeah. So I already completed that. So if you have any doubts, you can post it in that AWS devs group or
Sure.
to my personal message so that I
Yeah.
can help you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. All right, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you guys. And thank you, Matt, for helping out. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah, sure, sure.
All right. Chinaya, go ahead.
Yeah, hi Aziz.
Hi.
Yeah. I've started working on my ECR project, and I think I've hit a brick wall right now. I don't know if it's okay if if I can share my screen right
Yeah, sure.
now.
Go ahead. Uh,
Can
I'm
you
seeing,
see my screen?
yes,
All
I
right.
can. I can see a screen. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I've gotten to the ECS. I've created my cluster and service.
Mm-hmm.
I've deployed the task definitions and all that, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting an error. I've not been able to, properly host
Yeah.
the
I see.
containers. So, and they are giving me these errors on it. So I'm
Yeah.
getting 503
503.
errors.
Yeah.
Yes, port 80 is unhealthy.
Okay.
So I've tried troubleshooting it. I also noticed that when I was trying to, you know, um, define the service, I noticed that my um, listener,
Mm-hmm.
it was showing me on port 80 that no targets groups for this listener have been required. And I've said I did set everything according to the video. Maybe I missed
Mm-hmm.
one of a few things, but I don't know.
I
This is what I
know.
do.
Yeah, that 503, I was getting it. It's something that changed, and I can help you with that because
All right.
that took me like 2 weeks to solve that issue too. So sometimes I work on this project by myself. Is Titus here? Did I send that? Did I send my updated? I think I sent it to Sonny. Let me check. Sonny, I sent it to you, right? That Docker file when I was saying I was having the 503 error. Is Sonny still here? Let me see.
I thought was here earlier. I
I think you
guess.
worked on it last. I think you worked on it last. I think about 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
This GitHub thing is removed. I mean Slack removed the late message, obviously, because I'm using the free one. Okay, hold on. Let me check here because I think I have it. It's on my Mac computer. I think I may have this sample. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Okay.
On your
Okay, I do.
on your
I do.
Amazon EKS container service, did you get a bad health check?
Yeah.
What for him? Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
it's
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna
yeah.
get a bad health check because it's the different things. It's different things can cause a bad health check. So this is what you need to do, Chinonye. Let me share my screen and I'll show you. And I can share these files with you as well. And I'll share my
All right.
Docker file with you.
All right.
Let me close this real quick.
That's the one I'm still working on.
All right. So CD downloads. LS. Where's that folder called? Not this one. Okay. Downloads new folder. CD. No. CD. New folder. LS. This project. Okay. LS. CD. All right. So, you know, this what I explained to you why you are having that issue. So that next application, when you, I make my screen bigger. That next application, when you install it on an EC2 instance, at this point where you are installing Apache PHP and the extension, right?
Yes.
All this stuff would install on the EC2 instance. And at the end of your EC2 instance, when you restart your service, right? That
Yeah.
restarts all the services on the EC2 instance. So everything works perfectly. But on Docker, it doesn't work that way, especially because I'm sure you understand on Docker, we don't have that. We can run that service restart.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
other ways,
Yes.
exactly. So because we can run that service start, right? There is a
Yes.
specific package. There's a specific package that needs to restart that did not get restart. And that package is this PHP FPM.
FPM.
That is what's giving you that 503, right? So this is
Yes.
how I resolved it. So and I'll share this Docker file with you. So once you do all your installation, right? Right.
Yes.
So everything else is pretty much the same here, right? So what I now did
Yes.
is I created a script that will start my service, right?
Oh, all right. All right.
Right.
All right.
So
Yes.
in this script, right, this script is going to create this FPM directory. Once the script creates the FPM directory, it's now going to start the FPM service. Then I'll run the regular foreground start for the Apache, right? So
Oh,
do
okay.
these three things. So
Okay.
now in my Docker file at the end, right? Because
Yes.
you copy the script, see my script, copy it to your container, make it
Okay.
executable, right? Then you run it.
Yes.
Then that should work. I'll fix that
Okay.
issue for you. So you
All
want me to
right.
share these
Thank you.
files? You want me to share these files with you, or you think you want to tackle it yourself?
I'll try. Let me try it first. Then, if I can't, I'll still reach out to you on it.
Okay. So
I think it has given me an idea of what to do. So let me try and see if I can
okay.
work around it.
Do
Thank
you
you
want
very
to
much.
recap? So at least on a high level, when you are doing the FPM on your Docker in your script,
Yes.
first note this down. First, you have to create the FPM directory in this,
Directory.
because it's not going to be there. So you have to create it. Then once you create it, you start it. Then you have your foreground thing. So at least from the script standpoint, this is your script. And the name of the script, I call it startservice.sh.
Search. Just the same way you created the app service provider.php, right?
Exactly. Just like I have the app service provider is in the same directory. Yeah.
Okay.
In your root directory for your thing. Right. So this is the script. Right. Make sure you
All
have
right.
your beam bash and all that stuff. Then Then once you have your script in your Docker file, it's just a matter of copying that script in the same way you copied the app service.
Service.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
But when you copy your script in, you have to copy your script into this directory, into this USR local bin. That's where it
Okay.
goes.
Okay. Okay.
And you make the script executable. Then you just run the command to start it. So
All right.
I think
All
if
right.
you
Thank
have
you
the
very much.
notes, yeah, but that's how I solved it, and it worked. Yeah,
Okay.
it took me 2 weeks to fix that too. That thing was driving me crazy.
Really, it's very
Yeah,
tough, kind of.
yeah. So yeah, it's that FPM that's causing it. That's why.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
No,
I'll work it out.
okay, no problem. All right, cool.
AZ,
Yeah, sure.
not to
Yeah.
cut anybody off.
Okay.
You told me I have to run my my rent zone EKS deployment file all over again, huh?
I think so. So
Okay.
so that we can spin up new nodes that will pick up the changes to your RDS,
All
whatever
right.
you, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find my Zoom thing. Let me stop sharing because when I'm sharing, I can see who. Okay. Abel, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Aziz.
Hi. How are you?
Fine. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good. I was working on the dynamic web app on AWS with Docker, ECR and ECS project, and I have a problem. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. My screen?
Okay. Oh, you're running Flyway. Oh, I see. I see. I need to update that part of that project.
Okay.
Because I don't want you guys to do your Flyway migrate like this anymore.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't want you to do your Flyway migrate like this anymore. So
Okay.
did you complete that the dynamic web app on EC2, right?
Yes, yes.
Did you see how we did the Flyway migrate in that project? Where we launch an EC2 instance and we do the migration. That's how I
Yeah.
want it. But I'll help you do it right now. Since because I don't have that, this step still works, but
Okay.
I find that a lot of people run into issue with this. So it's
Yeah.
better to do it with the EC2. Okay. So let's go in your management console. We'll do it. We'll do it real quick. So
That's the one where you have to set up security groups, huh?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
So do you have the EC2 instance connect endpoint? You probably don't have it. Because I
No.
don't think, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's create the EC2 instance connect endpoint. So, oh no, let's create security group. So go to, yeah, we can go to VPC. Okay. And security groups, yeah. Create a security group. And call it AICE security group. AICE security group. SG. Yeah, any way you want to call it is fine. Then put it, yeah, you can use the name for the description and select your VPC.
You want me to create a role?
Yes. So scroll up a little bit. So for this one, we are not going to, the EIC security group does not have an inbound rule, but it would have an outbound rule. So for your outbound rule, remove that 0. Remove the 0.0.0 over there. Yeah. And we will enter the CIDR block for your VPC in there. So where is the CIDR block for your VPC? So go to right click and open your VPC in a new tab.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because you will have to redo it
Okay.
again. It's fine. It's fine. So first copy your the CIDR block for the VPC, then we can. It's 10.0.0.0/16.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So go and create your security group again. Oh, wait, before you, did you copy it already?
Yes, yes. Oh,
Because you know
so
you have your, go and
okay,
paste it,
okay,
paste it, paste
uh,
your, yeah,
it's
because you
okay.
have
I
your,
can write it.
okay. All right, select your VPC. All right, now paste it on that outbound. So remove that 0 and paste your VPC site there. Oh, you already copied. I think it's 10. I know it's 10.0, 10.0.0.0. I think it's 3 zeros, right? /16. Yeah.
16, I think, yes.
All right, select it there. Cool. And click create security group. All right, we'll create one more security group. That will be the security group that the EC2 we will use to migrate it will use. So call it data migrate security group. Data migrate security group. Good. All right, use the same name. Right. So on the inbound, no, leave that. That's
Okay.
the same. The inbound add a row, SSH. Then it will be from your EIC security group. Good job. Then create it. Right. So the next thing we'll do is your database security group, right? We will modify your database because we are trying to use an EC2 instance to migrate data into your RDS, right? So we have to, your RDS has to allow that new data migrate EC2, data migrate security group you just create. So yeah, just modify the security group and just add another row, edit inbound row, and add row. It will be on Aurora, yeah, MySQL Aurora. And you'll be allowing the data migrate security group. Okay, perfect. Save. All right, now in your VPC, we will create your endpoint. So click so there's endpoint over there. There should be endpoint. So on the menu on the left side over there, you see where the menu, where the VPC. Scroll down, you should see endpoint somewhere.
Endpoints, okay. This one,
right?
no.
Yeah. Yeah, select that one. Create endpoint. Oh no. Is
This
that
one, I
is
think,
that
is available.
okay? Create endpoint. Let's yeah, try that one. Click create endpoint. It's been a while since I created and I forgot because I'm so used to click create endpoint. Let's see. Create endpoint. I want to see something. Yeah, it's this here. So you want to select the EC2 and repeat the name. Call it EIC. I select the EC2 instance connect endpoint. All right. Then scroll down. Select your VPC. Then so your EC2 instance connect endpoint under additional settings, right? Oh, okay, no, that we don't need anything there. So select your security group. Yeah, correct. One thing I have to give AWS kudos for is how they make it easy to deploy their service. Before they used to have things on different pages. Now I like that whole drop down where everything is just on one page. You just pretty much going down, selecting what you need. That is such a perfect way to set up a page to create stuff. It makes everything so easy. So select that EIC security group. Yeah, then scroll down. Select your subnet. We are going to put it in the public. Let me look at that reference architecture. Where did we put it?
It's on it is one. Okay.
Yeah, a private app subnet is the one. You can put in any of your private app subnet. That's fine. Private app subnet, easy 1 or 2. Anyone is fine. All right. Then create endpoint. All right. So the next thing we need to do is your SQL script is already in your S3 bucket, right? You already have your SQL script in the S3 bucket. Do you? So go to, you know that SQL script we are trying to migrate into our RDS. Do you have it in
Yes.
your S3 bucket?
Not on my S3 bucket.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh yeah, this one. So we need to upload this one into an S3 bucket. So go to S3. All right, create a bucket and what is that? SQL. Is that something else you were working on? Or
It's
just
something else.
oh, okay, all right, okay. Create a S3 bucket. So call it your name. I think I call my you can call it Abel SQL project SQL files or something like that. So because you will have more SQL files and you can store them here. So put like an hyphen between them, or you can read it very clearly that way, the way you have it. If you can read it very well, then that's fine. SQL files. Okay. Then scroll all the way down and create your bucket. You're using Northern Virginia for your projects, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Scroll down and create your bucket. Okay. Then now upload that SQL script into that bucket you just created. So go into that bucket. Then if you have that file, you can either upload or drag and drop it in there.
Okay. Oh, so you in this one, the flyway?
No, so that no, not that one. So the SQL in your SQL file, the one that says V1 rent zone, that right. So don't open it from here so you don't mess anything up, right? So close that file or in your Visual Studio Code, close it. Then open the file in your Explorer itself. So you won't be able to upload it from here. So open your Explorer, right? I think this might be in your downloads, wherever it is on your computer.
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, it's probably in your downloads. So select that, fly away.
I think I have moved it to my
Your project. I think it's
yes.
in your home directory because
Yes, yes.
yeah.
No, okay, wait.
User.
Yeah.
Yeah, fly away there, right there. Okay. So now, yeah, that's it. Go double click in there.
Yes.
All right. So now just minimize this File Explorer, and go back to your S3 page. All right. So click upload. Also, then just bring that File Explorer back up. I'll show you the fastest way. Bring it back up. Now click and hold that file and drag it and drop it on that S3 page. You have to select the file. Oh, there you go. Good. Good job. It was slowing on mine. All right, then scroll down. You can say you already added there. Then scroll down and click upload. Click upload. Yeah. Go. Close. Okay, we have it there. So we pretty much have all the things we need now. I'm sure you have an IAM role from the other projects to give EC2 access to S3, right? I'm sure you do.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I think you do. So let's just create the EC2 instance, and yeah, if you want to check, yeah, we can check. Click on roles. Click on roles under the users. and type S3 there. I'm pretty sure we call it S3 role.
Yes, yes.
The S3 access role. Yeah, you have it. Right. Cool. All right. So let's launch your EC2 instance. Before we launch your EC2 instance, let's launch your EC2 instance. So we'll do that first, then we'll come back.
Shall I
Call
launch a
it,
new instance?
yeah, a new instance. Call it data migrate EC2.
Yeah, I had trouble with this one. Yeah.
All right, then yeah, it's AMI. All this is good. So scroll down. Instance type is good. You're under your key pair. Proceed without a key pair. Then select your VPC. Under VPC, scroll up and click edit. Scroll up a little bit. Edit. Oh, how is your dev VPC automatically selected? Did you set it that way? Oh, that's the
No,
only
no.
VPC you have in your account.
Yes, yes,
I see.
yes.
Okay. You can add it, put it in the private subnet. So any of your private app subnet is fine. Then select an existing security group.
Do I need to auto assign the public IP? No.
No, we don't need it. Yeah,
Okay.
because we will use the endpoint to connect to it.
Okay.
So now select your data migrate security group.
Okay.
All right. Then scroll down. Under advanced detail, add your IAM role, the S3 one, the S3 access role. See right there under IAM instance profile. Yeah, select the S3 access role. All right, go. Then launch instance. Okay.
AZ, you have this sharing, right? Over YouTube, right?
Yes, I do.
All right, appreciate it.
So Abel, what we are doing now, the video will be on YouTube too. So if you want to like review what we did, then you can watch it there too as well.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So now Abel, the next thing we'll do is we'll create your script. Then we'll create the script, then we'll run the script. So let me just prepare the script real quick and I'll send it to you. I want to update something in it and I'll send it to you. Give me 1 second.
Put it in the Slack. I want to see the script.
I will. Yeah, I'm putting it in Slack, but I want to add that. You remember that stuff we add at the end? I want to update it first before I paste it in Slack.
Gotcha. That's the flyweight, right?
The flyweight stuff. All right. Let me send it in Slack. First, Abel, I'll send it to you. Is your name Abel on Slack too?
Yes.
Okay. AWS. Right. Now also paste. So Abel, copy that command that I sent to you. Copy that whole script.
And do we have to?
So copy, let me see. Then we'll change some stuff on it for you.
Okay.
Copy it and paste it in your notepad or something.
Yes, we have it here.
Okay, cool. So this script, you don't have to change anything on the command. So
Okay.
Abel, when you are working with script stuff, it is better to use VS Code. So that way, because it has coloring, it is more advanced, it has coloring, it has number. So it will be easy for me to tell you what line I'm referring to. So yeah. So open, yeah, just open a new file, yeah, and paste it there. All right, close your terminal. We don't need the terminal open. Close the terminal so that way you can see it. All right, scroll. All right. So in your script, the only thing you have to do is you need to update your S3 URI, your RDS endpoint, and so on.
Yeah.
So first, let's get your S3 URI. Go in that bucket where you uploaded that SQL script to, and copy.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, in there. Then select that object too. So you see the URI, S3 URI. Click that box to copy, then replace it in the script. All right. Go and copy your RTS endpoint. All right. So your database name, yeah. So that you will see that under configuration. So scroll up a little bit. Configuration, yeah. I think you right there. Go to the application DB2. And what your username is Abel Z.
Yes, but I think the DB name.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, I think it's the same as mine. You use the same name. So you can copy it and paste it just to be sure. All right. You enter your username. Do you remember your password?
Yes, I have it on Notepad, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Do I have to change anything? No.
No, those ones. So anytime then in the future when you run this command, if anything change in your RDS or your you only have to change the ones at the top. The command stays the same. So you don't have to change anything in the command. So now we're ready to run the command. So go to your EC2 console and we
I should
would
save this one.
SSH into your EC2 instance.
So AZ, he don't have to update his flyweight. Because he got version 9.20.0.
Yeah, I copied. I think it will work. It will still work because I copied this one from Slack.
Ah,
So I think
okay.
yours wasn't working, not because of the version. And it may be the version too. So maybe we should update it. But I'm kind of like lazy to go back in. But I think it will work. So I think it will work. All right. So go to your EC2 console. Where's your RDS? This is your RDS. Go to the EC2. Okay. Select that box next to your data migrate, right? Then click connect. Then select connect using EC2 instance connect endpoint and scroll down and click connect. Cool. So now all we need to do is run your command now. So I'll bring that your command out. First, copy line 3 to 7. And are you sure that's your RDS that's your RDS password? Yeah, copy. And you might be talking on mute, just in case if you talk, and run it on your EC2 instance. So go to your EC2 instance.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So go to your EC2 and paste it.
So you need to
Click.
do is
Oh no, that terminal you just opened in
okay.
there. So click there and paste it.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
No, you have to right click
Yeah.
and place. Enter. So that's what I'm saying, right? See, I don't think that's your password. That's what I'm saying, because it's giving
Yeah.
an error.
Yeah, it might be that I have to go and back and check. I think I didn't give it my own password because I used
Your system, whatever your system created for you.
Yes, but
Yes, yeah. So that character in it is not a good fit for
yeah.
a password. So it's not going to work. So you may have to. So this video is recorded, right? I already did this with Dylan today, and I'm also doing it with you. So you can watch the video. So we are done. So all you have to do is, I'll give you the steps. All you have to do is recreate your RDS instance. For your password, just use a simple thing. Use your name 123 or something like that. Right. Then once you have your RDS recreated, right? Go to your script, update your password there. Then run the commands again on the EC2 instance and it should work. You understand? So let's even do it now. So if you want, go create an RDS inside, go to database. Let's just create it. MySQL. All right. Scroll down. Select the drop down and select the under engine. Just make sure you select the latest. Select 8.4.
Okay.
Yeah, scroll down. You're creating a single instance. Database name identifier. So give it a name.
So
Let's call it no, you can't. I don't think you can use uppercase. DB range zone. Let's call it DB range zone. Right. All right. Enter your master username. So enter Abel. Abel Z. That's what you use. Just keep the same name. For your credentials,
I
self
think I
manage.
used this one. This is a problem. I used this to manage the AWS Secret Manager while creating my.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's a new feature they just add, yeah, obviously. But that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. Then just do Abel Z123. Oh, I like this new feature. I haven't created an RDS in a while. So but I like how they just did this new update they had to. So just use the same name, Abel Z123, and use the same name for the pass for the other one, Abel Z123.
They changed the EKS around too.
Yeah,
So
they pretty much did all the services they updated. So select the drop down here and don't use that M because that one, use the smallest one. So click out first. First click out. Click out here. Select show previous gen class, right? So that way bus table, yeah, and yeah, DBT3. Cool. Storage, we'll leave that as the same. Uh Connectivity, we'll leave that as the same. Just keep scrolling down. VPC, select your VPC. And subnet group is already selected. Okay, that's good. Yeah. All right, scroll down. Choose an existing security group and select your database security group. Not the database migrate, database one. And remove the default one. Availability zone doesn't really matter. And under additional configuration, then make sure you enter your application, the name of your database in there. No, not here. Scroll down. I think it's the next one. Keep scrolling down. Yeah, all this is default. Keep scrolling down. And yeah, additional configuration. Enter your database. Application DB. Okay. And create. Close. And it will show you it'll tell you it's going to show you your password. So if you want to view it and know your password, you can view your details. Just make sure you know what it is. Yeah. So click that. So you can see. So copy that Abel123, copy your password, update it in your script.
Oh,
So because we are using a different RDS name, instance identifier, your endpoint is going to change too. So once you can see the endpoint for your new RDS, copy your endpoint too and
yeah,
update
yes.
update your endpoint too.
Okay.
So yeah, you can close this and
It's going to take time, I think.
no, yeah, it takes time to create it. So you can delete that other one at your dev RDS DB, delete that one. Yeah, delete me. Delete me. You were right.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
add me to the end. No. So
Also snapshot.
uncheck those snapshot and automated uncheck both. And acknowledge. Click the I acknowledge one here and delete. Okay. It's gonna take time. We just have to wait. In the meantime, while other stuff is happening, does anyone just have general question that doesn't have that's not related to troubleshooting? You can ask your question.
The hard part is done. See, what I didn't understand about this was the security groups and where did you get this documentation for the security groups for this to migrate it, to have the bastion host open, to have everything, all the ports open. Because I looked for it on the chat and I didn't find it. I didn't find no documentation on it.
Yeah, so like I was explaining earlier, knowing what ports to open is just depending on what you are trying to do. So since we are trying to migrate our data and we are using MySQL works on 3306. That's why we open 3306. So knowing what ports to open is just based on what you are trying to do. So Abel, while we at it, let's just update your download command because I don't want to jeopardize running into any error. So let's just update it. So go to, you have access to Slack, right? Do you mind going to Slack?
Yes,
Slack
yes.
channel.
Yes.
Go to our Slack channel and select, so in the canvas here, stay in the canvas. So scroll down here. Just click canvas up there. All right, scroll down. Scroll up. I think you scroll past it. Scroll up. Yeah, right there. You see that stuff? You see that download flyway? Click that link to open it. Then yeah, you want to copy the one under the Linux, the one that says wget. So you see where it says Linux,
Yes, yes.
copy all that command. You don't have to copy the $sign here, just that. Exactly. Thank you. Copy it. And go to that our own script that we created. So delete everything from line 13 to 16. I now paste that one you copied there. There you go. And that's all we need to do. All right. Why is your thing showing that? So on line 23, press backspace there, backspace, and tab again. Then tab, press tab key, the tab key.
You need to put sudo on line 13.
Oh yes, thank you, sir. Yeah. So do the same thing for the other one, for the
Sudo?
24. No, tab there.
Oh.
Oh no, not tab. Is this yeah, it's tab. Then do the same thing for 24, 25, 26.
Your acceptance is guaranteed in your shares. Even if you're not on the best start. Options start at $9.95, 35 cents a day. Once it's short,
Right, cool. Then on line 13, add sudo before your wget.
As long as you pay your premium, it's yours to keep.
Okay, cool. So our command is ready. We just have to wait for your RDS instance to finish running.
Fees, while you waiting on something, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I just bought a new computer, and I know you said last week, but I'm going through the things that that I need to have installed on my computer. So you just tell me if I'm missing something. So I know we need Git. I know we need video code, Docker desktop, setting up an AWS profile,
AWS CLI.
and then
Terraform.
Terraform. Okay, Terraform, and then Python.
Yeah, Python.
Is that it?
Portal 3.
Portal 3. Okay.
If you want to work on Kubernetes command line.
Doesn't that come with Docker? I've seen that Docker has it
Oh
already.
yes, if you install, but then you still have to install the EKS one too.
Okay, the EKS one.
Yeah. And I think that's just about it. What else? Yeah, that's it. I mean, those are all the ones I have to. Visual Studio Code. Yeah.
Okay.
Slack. If you're gonna be using Slack, right?
Yes. What about Jira?
Jira?
Yeah, Jira. Sorry, I always mess up that.
Yeah, I don't think I downloaded. I don't have the desktop one. I just always access them through the web.
Okay.
Yeah, all those ones you don't have to install. Yeah, no. So the Jira is just like, I think you can just through the web. Yeah, so you don't have to install Jira on your computer. You want to add too much thing. I think, yeah, we covered most of it, pretty much all the stuff you need. Oh, okay. And also things you need to set up this is not install, creating your SSH keys for your GitHub.
Yeah.
To clone. You did that already. Okay.
And can I ask you probably ain't ran into this, but I just want to see. So I bought a Microsoft one of the new ones, the Surface, and it uses the ARM. And I was reading that like some of these applications, they have like issues like running applications. Have you seen that, or have you dealt with that before? And if so,
no. So I haven't had to install any application on Windows using the ARM, because I use the AMD one, the 64, and almost everyone used the same one. So
okay.
So I don't know. I mean, just try start installing, and if you run into any issues, you would if you run into any issue, I'm sure you'll be able to resolve it. Just use Claude. You should be able to resolve it.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues so far.
Have you tried using Chocolatey before to install packages on your Windows?
I did that on my first computer that I had, the one I got, and I had no issues. But it was an Intel one, the 86X. So I didn't this one used a different chipset. So when I was down Docker, I ran into some problems, but like you said, I was able to resolve it through like AI stuff like that. So
okay, cool. Yeah. Why didn't you just buy a Mac? A Mac is better for a cloud work. You know that, right?
Yeah, the reason why I didn't want to do Mac, I use my desktop, and that it's a Mac, and I wanted to use my laptop.
I see.
Yeah, I want to play around both operating systems, so I know.
I agree. You should have both.
Yeah.
I have a Mac too. I'm about to buy another laptop. So, because I'm using desktop for my class now. I've been using desktop for the past since 2016. How many years is that? Almost 8 years now, right? And I'm telling you guys, there's a site I can give you guys if you need to build a desktop. They build desktop that lasts forever. Literally. I built it, and I've been using it, no issues since I ever bought it. So, but what I don't like about it is I'm always confined. That's why sometimes you guys, in order to have access to you guys, if you guys have questions, I need a laptop. So if I'm downstairs, even if I'm doing something with my son, I can log into my laptop real quick and do stuff. But because I have a desktop, if I'm not sitting at my desk in my office, I'm not really doing anything. You understand? So I'm trying to get rid of desktop and get a laptop.
Yeah, there's some laptops, I've been shopping around. I finally made the purchase with some of the laptops are so powerful now.
Yeah.
Moving it makes sense to get one.
So yeah, this company is called Digital Storm. If anyone wants to build a laptop or a desktop, they build the best computers. And I kid you not, at my previous job when I used to work as a CAD designer, that was how I found out about them. They built all the computers we use, because when you work on 3D modeling and stuff, you need computers that are very powerful, and they can build I bought a computer from them from my nephew. He's into software development, but more for like gaming. And he also he downloads game on it and play video games on it. Regular video games, Street Fighter, all that stuff. And it doesn't even give him any issue at all. That's how powerful their computer is. So, and it's very cheap too. Can build nice computer from them.
Wow. And while I got you real quick, I just want to ask you a question about a project that I'm gonna attempt to do soon. So I wanna do a project on I want to do Kubernetes.
Mhm.
And so what the idea of the project would be to deploy a web app, a front end web app on Kubernetes, but I wanted to be able to pull from an API the weather, and then like have the current weather for that day, and then set up like a cron job once the weather meets a certain condition, and then send it.
Yeah.
So
So Abel, sorry, I'm listening to you. Just a second. Abel, update your endpoint, then go to your EC2 instance and start running the command. So you'll run first. You'll run your environment variable. I'm watching what you're doing, but
Endpoints.
once you update your endpoint in your script, go to your EC2 instance in that shell and start running your command. So yeah, I'm listening, Sean.
What I'm trying to do is I want to fetch the data from this website called Open Weather Maps,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to take that data, put it in that website, and then set up like a Chrome job once it meets that conditions. So
Okay.
tools that I've been mapping out. I'm gonna use the AWS CLI, the Kubernetes EKE,
EKS.
EKS,
Mm-hmm.
Docker, and then I'm gonna push everything from
3 to 7. 3 to 7. Run 3 to 7.
push
Start
it.
with 3. Abel, start with
Okay,
3 to
3.
7.
Okay.
So once you start with 3 to 7, then run for everywhere where you see the comment, you will run those commands one after the other.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it sounds like it's a lot of the the API part of the application. Are you writing the application yourself?
So no, I'm just gonna pull that data from Open.
Abel,
Yes.
I think you have a typo in your thing. Your stuff don't have your password did not have that little fish thing at the end.
Yes.
So why is that one putting the fish thing in it for you? I think it's how you pasted it.
Okay.
So copy it again, right click and paste. Right, so just copy, right click and paste.
Okay.
There
I
you go.
think yeah, I think I typed it.
All right, cool. All right. Oh yeah. So how are you deploying the application? I mean, are you writing it yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna write it myself. I'll bring all this up. I mean, I know you're doing this, but I'll bring all this up just to say if I ran into some trouble, maybe want to reach out to you because
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I'll be able. We'll use Claude together to figure it out. Claude is really good, honestly. Way so much better than ChatGPT. I still haven't run into any coding issue or troubleshooting issue that Claude hasn't been able to resolve for me. I'm really like just very impressed by it. So, Abel,
Yes.
if you want to select a whole line like that, sometimes if you press Control, if you put your cursor in the beginning, click in the beginning and press Control L, it will select that line for you. Control L.
Control L.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the Control L.
Yeah, you're using a Windows computer, right? Control L.
Yes, but it's not. I don't think it's doing.
Yeah, I mean that was what we just did today. Control
Right.
L, but it's okay. You can just select everything and copy.
Yeah, mine be messing up like that too, bro. And you say get a Apple computer, huh?
Yeah,
Apple?
it's better for cloud work. Not that it's better, but I mean, it just makes your work much easier. Yeah.
If he, I'm just asking, have you ever tried this one? I've been playing around with this new AI. It's called Black Box AI.
No, this is even the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, it's pretty good as well. Like
Oh,
it
okay.
build apps and all that for you. So that's why I've been using it a little bit too, but it's really good. So
Oh, okay. So when you build your apps, you pretty much use it as a starting point to build the type of application you want to deploy.
yeah, yeah. So I may start.
Hold on, wait, don't run it. Don't run it.
Yeah,
Press, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that one copy. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, it's called Digital Storm. Digital Storm. Let me get the Dixon, I'm not sure if you're still here. Well, sorry, I ever said. So for the
Hi,
apps,
Altis, I'm here.
hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, sorry. So the assignment is you know you don't complete all 6 assignments at the same time. So you complete them. The assignment are for each project that you'll be working on. So when you complete one project, then you do the assignment. So the assignments are pretty much corresponding to the project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you
Because
finish project,
I just joined. So
yes, sir.
where do I get the project?
The projects in your account. So you know when you signed up, right?
Okay.
You have a membership account and you see all
Yep.
your projects there, right? Once
Oh,
I'm
okay.
done, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Mhm. There you go. So
yeah.
perfect. Good job.
Oh,
Yeah, so you're good. So when you can watch the playback of this video to see if you want to just get a good understanding of what we did. Also in your dynamic project, the EC2 one, this step is there. So I'm going to update it in the Docker one, but it is also in the EC2 one as well.
okay.
So your data has migrated into it now, so you can continue with your project.
Okay.
All
Thank
right,
you.
cool. And make sure you terminate that your data migrate EC2. We don't need it anymore. So you
Yes.
use it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
No problem. Is Oben still here? Sorry, I know you've had your hand raised for a while. I'm not sure if he's still here.
Yes, I'm still here. Is how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. I think whatever I have right now is the same. It aligns with what Abel is doing. My worker node is failing for some reason. It's not creating. This is my third try now. I don't know what to do and how to do it. It's my node group actually.
Is this the Kubernetes project?
Yes, it is.
Do you mind sharing your screen? Let me
Yeah,
just
sure.
even see why it is failing. Because sometimes it will tell you why it is failing.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so this is my third try. I tried doing it again last night.
Okay.
And everything works well. Give me 1 second.
So let's click on your node.
Okay. I was wondering this might be the
right
reason
there,
why.
yeah. So that's the reason. So no, the last one, the one that says network plugin error, container runtime ready.
I pasted this on
No,
ChatGPT.
I don't think that's the I don't think that's the
Okay.
I think that might be the issue, but let me see. Let's scroll down a little bit. Let's see if there's that thing's there. Yeah, scroll up. Status not ready. Do you mind maximize it a little bit, maximize your screen so I can see? I mean, you're using one of those 2 big screens, so that's more than good. So compute. Let's click on compute. Select your node and scroll down. I don't see any pods though. You don't have any pods in your node.
So it just said status not ready, and then it's been overnight.
As soon as you launch that node, it always says that.
Exactly. I've tried it. I've done the entire project from zero. I thought maybe I missed a step, but it's my third try and didn't work. I went over to CloudWatch. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I went over to CloudWatch trying to get some trail, just see what's going on, but it just keeps going left and right. And then I think my port was tainted for some reason. And I don't really know where to go. I posted the code that I had previously because it was saying that my code my node is not whatever. I posted it on ChatGPT and he wanted me to go ahead and do some troubleshooting inside. And I'm like, how do I get in?
Yeah, because you don't, your node is not there, so you won't be able to get in.
Yeah.
So look on your EC2 console. Is there an EC2 there? Because when we create that node, all that node is doing is creating an EC2 instance that Kubernetes is going to use. So let's see if the EC2 is even there. I think that is it. But the EC, yeah, that's it, because you can see the security group is using, right? EKS.
Yeah.
But the node is there, but the node somehow is having an issue. So it's been a while since I worked on this Kubernetes one. So you've worked on the Terraform projects, right? You have Terraform on your computer, right?
Yeah, I
No,
do.
you don't. Okay. So let me let me review my project with this EKS. What I want to do is I've done it before where I deployed the infrastructure part with Terraform. Then I deploy it to the part where everything is ready, and all I did is run my command. Where I always see where most people always have issue is when during the installation of some of the key things we need when we run those commands. So I think that's where the issue is coming from. But give me time to figure that out so we can meet back up. We can schedule a time to review it either sometime this week. And if you can wait, if it's something that can wait till next week, yes, but I want to meet with you sooner. So I'll probably say maybe give me like a day or two just to, because I have it. I just need to review it and get it. Test it on my end, make sure it's working. Then we'll share it together. Because I think really with this EKS project, the only part is just running those commands to create the node and all that stuff. So all the creating the cluster, all that stuff is is easy part. The VPC, those are, I'm sure you understand all those ones already. So
yes,
let me get my notes together. Then we'll schedule another meeting.
Okay, thank you.
What time usually works best for you?
Pretty much anytime. Just let me know when you're available, and I'll hop out.
Okay, sure, cool. I'll send you a message tomorrow. Dylan, I'll loop you into.
All right, thank you, because I'm having a problem with it too. It's saying mine is saying I don't have enough Kubernetes space on my server. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, it could be the EC2 you are using. Don't use T2 micro. You have to use an instance type that is bigger than T2.
I had the same issue too, and I increased my I went over to auto scaling and I increased my ports, but it still did not work. Both of them failed. So I don't think it's really the space. I feel like it's something else in the configuration that I am doing wrong.
Okay.
And I can't figure out what's going on.
Yeah, sure. Don't worry. I'll help you troubleshoot it. Let me just visit it. I don't do Kubernetes at all, but I did this project because a lot of people was asking for all of it. So I understand as much about this project. So let me just review it because it's been a while since I worked on it. So, but I'll look back up with you guys most likely tomorrow, and we can look at it together.
All right, cool. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, AZ.
All right. Does anyone else have any question? We're way over time though, but it's fine. Uh, anyone else have any question before I go? Okay. Yeah. So, um, there's something. Well, maybe I'll tell you guys next week. So because we're way over time. So, um, that's
Just
pretty much
just
it.
let me know. Just let me know. Did you kill it? You know what I'm talking about. Did you kill it?
Oh, with my trading stuff. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
oh yeah, I made money this week. I made money this week, but that wasn't what I was going to tell you guys. Yeah, my first trade this week, yes, I did make money. I actually made like 15,000, but
Yeah,
yeah, this week just on it, so I did.
On, on which stock? Because I supposed to be getting a call from Robin Hood. Well, I guess I got to go through the interview part, and I
Hey,
got to explain. I got to explain it. They're gonna be calling me Tuesday, so I'm preparing for that. So I'll be
yeah,
ready to do some option traders with you.
yeah, sure. Whenever you're ready, let me know. Yeah, it's called AUR. It's just like it's a company that is also trying to make a self-driving technology. Have a good weekend. Yeah, sure. I'll talk to you guys next. I'll talk to you next week. Yes, a company that's trying to make self-driving car technology. So
Yeah, it ain't gonna never work, AZ. It ain't gonna never work, man.
I think it will. So
Yeah,
yeah,
if it do work, they're gonna have to put it in 18 wheelers. And 18 wheelers for a self-driving car in the snow ain't gonna it's gonna have too many crashes.
yeah.
But
Well,
we'll
we'll
see.
see. We'll see. Yeah. So, but yeah, but that wasn't what I was going to tell you guys. But I'll tell you guys next week. So it's kind of like one of the things I'll tell you guys. So that way we have there's like an expectations of things you guys should expect from me and things that I expect from you guys. But because some of the people that were here already dropped since we're over time, so I'll wait till next week before. Maybe it'll be
All
one
right.
of the first thing I address when we start next week. So,
All right. That's cool. That's
Oben,
cool.
I will look back up and Dylan, I'll look back up with you guys tomorrow. You guys, for the rest of you guys, if you have any question, message me on Slack. And thank you. I'm very proud of the progress you guys are making. And have a good weekend. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Aziz.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
AZ.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.